What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I'm back with another video. Yesterday was E3, and that was just about a 2-hour show. It was like your parents or your mom or your grandmother or your parents telling you, don't get up to the table till their plate is clean and make sure you eat all of your vegetables. That's what it felt like getting through that E3. And I'm not even being facetious. I'm not being, like I said, this is any satire. I'm just being honest. Like, that was a really bad show. Started off high, came off. Like I said, they always come up to these highs. They came off good. Even down when they showed the Cyberpunk 7070, Keanu Reeves took the stage, and then went from Keanu Reeves taking to the stage into Grand Theft Auto Bambi style. They had a Bambi simulator. True story. Facts. Now, for those of you guys that follow me on Twitter, if not, all my social media information is always pinned down in the first comments below, right? Follow me on Twitter. So I asked Phil, and it's crazy, right? It's crazy. How you say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I asked Phil a year ago, and I keep going back to this because it's important that I drill this home. What's up with a lack of exclusive games on our box? Graphically demanding games on the box, the X, you know what I mean? I asked him these things, because looking at the type of games they've been releasing since 2016 have been Gears Pop type games, Recoil, Sea of Thieves, Zoo Tycoon, Disney Rush, and not only did they release them, they had the the audacity to make them Xbox One in hand. So this is the type of games they release alongside the world's most powerful console, right? Hear me out. So Phil said to me, it's not, it was just by chance that the way the schedules aligned that those type of games were coming out, right? That was like 7 to 8 games in a row, Then we see this E3 here, and it's the same Cartoon Network type games, right? But then you hear the conversation, like this Microsoft, like I'm saying, they've been all over the world, all over the place with their messaging, right? That's one of the issues I've had with Microsoft this generation, where no gamers left behind, and, not only Halo Infinite is releasing alongside of the Xbox Scarlet or Xbox Anaconda, but you're going to be able to buy it on previous older, Xbox hardware. I mean, talking about Xbox hardware that came out in 2013, So that let me know right there that next generation games, when it comes to the PlayStation 5, I don't care what you say, PlayStation exclusives are still going to look better, graphically better than what's on the Xbox. It's still, they're making games and coding games to run on 2013 hardware. I don't care what you say, what type of technology there is that's out there, what type of software. Software cannot beat something that's native, which is hardware. I don't care what you say. If Sony's developing exclusive ground up to take advantage of the PlayStation 5 specs and hardware, guess what? Those games are going to look better. I don't care what software Microsoft trying to implement to make it scale up, scale down. That shit still is made to run on a Jaguar Core CPU and 1.3 teraflops of power, computing power, right? Now, hear me out. There was an interview by Matt Booty. Now, Matt Booty, if I'm not mistaken, has taken Phil's place. Phil is now the vice president of gaming with Eurogame. When they asked him all types of questions about the Scarlet devices and the other games, and he's saying, basically, if I was, what would make someone choose the PlayStation 5 over choose the Xbox Scarlet over the PlayStation 5. He's talking about this, about the games, but, it's about the games and the community. I don't want to hear about none of that shit. But he said something very telling, again, at the end of this conversation, or at the end of this interview, right? Now, these ain't my words, right? Don't shoot the messenger, I shout. Don't shoot the messenger. These are his words, right? Talked about Fable. People went to see a Fable yesterday, right? So he said here, Matt, we decided it would be a good statement to have Flight Simulator. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Flight Simulator. Jesus Christ. There, because it's a game with deep connections to Microsoft roots. The first game we ever published. It makes a statement. Bro, Xbox gamers don't give a about no flight simulator. I never cared about Zoo Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's not what made me an Xbox fan. Believe that was Fable. It wasn't even Halo. It was Fable. And then the Xbox Live, the rest is history. That's what I'm telling you. They no longer know what their core want. The original and the occult following of the original Xbox wasn't because of Zoo Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon, none of those type games, Age of Empire. No, it was some console type games, and this flight simulator, fine. But shall I digress, right? Flight Simulator in there because it's a game with deep connection to Microsoft roots. The first game we ever published. It makes a statement, but you could say it's a PC thing. Oh, did I mean not, right? For the folks who get into them often by special, joysticks, controllers, that's a very niche type title. But now I'm going to come down here, right? By at the same time, we are also going to bring that game to Xbox consoles. Why? Because people want to play it on Xbox. And we figured out a way to make it work. So the platforms, platforms, even competing ones, comes down to us following the players and seeing where they want the content. This is key. So to bring it to platforms, even competing ones, comes down to us following the players and seeing where they want the content, right? So the guy asked him, he scratched his head, like, what the hell, competing platforms? Competing platforms? He would never have Nintendo come out and say, hey, you want to get Mario on your PlayStation? It'll never happen, right? But they talking about putting software on competing platforms. I know Microsoft's in a very unique space. They have games like Minecraft, this, that, and the other. You can get everywhere, right? Well, those games was everywhere before they acquired them. And, Microsoft, I tell you, it's not really about the box anymore. So they couldn't make this new Minecraft dungeon exclusive to the Xbox. No, they chose to put it on other devices, which would have sold a shitload of Xboxes for them, but they said no. We want it on the PlayStation, we want it on the Switch, we want it everywhere. Your PC, cell phones, this, that, and the other. But come down to this right here, right? Because I see even myself, damage control, this, like, you're not going to see Gears or, no. Before I read this last statement, right? I no longer need an Xbox. I even said yesterday I will get the Xbox to have the best version of Gears or exclusive. But I'm telling you right now, I'm buying all my multi-plats on the PlayStation, right? Because this shit here, like, they dog shit, right? But I no longer need an Xbox. I'm not talking about streaming. I no longer need an Xbox to play Gears, Forza, and Halo, right? So he said, if you're saying there's enough Halo fans who owns the PlayStation, well, I can't speak for Sony, but I can point to the work we've done on Minecraft. We keep it at pace, so Minecraft on Xbox and PlayStation, neither lags behind the other. Our relationship with Sony as relates to Minecraft is very healthy. It's fantastic. Nintendo is quite literally just across the street from us, and Redmond and Minecraft has done a great job on the Switch. So you're saying if there's enough Halo fan who owns a PlayStation, so well, I can't speak for Sony, but I can point to the work that we've done on Minecraft. We keep it at a pace of Minecraft on the Xbox and PlayStation, neither lags behind. So then they're open to the fact of bringing Halo to the PlayStation, not just Halo, the other games. You know what I mean? We all can agree that Halo, even Gears, have taken a step back this generation. They didn't rise. Like God of War came up and rise. Only basically exclusive that Microsoft had this generation, they continue to go up. And as far as critically acclaimed reviews and even sales was the Forza series. Halo and Gears both have taken a step back, right? But they're opening to the fact to putting Halo on the PlayStation 5. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to that. So I said this again. Outside of me having a quote-unquote a dog shit YouTube channel, and just me having, I like to have the things I like to talk about most to cover or give my opinion. I'm not one of the ones that always voice their opinions about something. Turn that down, Maya. Voice their opinions about something and don't have the product to tell, you know what I mean? Just shooting in the dark. But real talk, outside that than me being a YouTuber, right, or whatever. Why, as a gamer who doesn't have a channel or anything, why do you need a PlayStation? Why do you need an Xbox? Especially if shit's tight. And I can get your games everywhere else. Why do I need an Xbox? And it's heavily rumored that you guys are not going to have the most powerful console next generation. So you don't even have the power factor. You know what I mean? And that's coming from some of the developers that were on the floor that had their hands on both Scarlet type devices. Well, Scarlet is the group of devices, Xbox and Anaconda. and it's what's the code name for Microsoft Next Generation Powerhouse. Then you have Xbox Lockhart, which is a cheaper version, right? Who've had their hands on similar specs like PCs, rigs, whatever, and they're saying that the rumor has that the PlayStation 5 is indeed more capable. But I don't know about how much. These are not my words. These are rumors that came out from the E3 show before the show started. I believe it was the Game Informer editor who initially said this, and then he was interviewer asked, and he said he got that for some developers. That it looks like the PlayStation 5 specs, from what they're seeing, it's a little more powerful, or more powerful. They say it's more powerful than the Xbox Anaconda or Scarlet, right? So I can't even say, you know what, I'm gonna get the Xbox Anaconda, or what do you want to call it, Scarlet, to have the better version of the multiplats. You can't even get that anymore. Like, this shit is crazy. So all that talk about Phil's being, I got a special video coming out, and he said, I told you, man, anything you say today and will be recorded against you on the latest show, I have, D, your ass is going up under the bus. I have, I'm going to do a video in the future. I'm going to take my time and put it together, right? But I just had to cover this right quick. I was going to do this in another type video. I said, let me sit up here and just do a raw draft. I didn't write anything down straight off the top of the head, right? You're giving up the power. Rumor had you're giving up the power crown. You're giving up your exclusives to everywhere, and even the type of content that you guys are releasing. Those cartoony type games, like, yo, bro, like, and I told you guys when you guys were saying Phil he saved the Xbox and he got a promotion to the vice president of gaming in Microsoft. I told you guys then that was not a good idea. Phil is not the answer. Now I'm sitting back on my chair. I know I could get accused of being called a Donnie D fanboy, but guess what? Donnie D don't look so bad now, do we? Donnie D don't look so bad now, do we, right? I told you guys again. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? Under Donnie D, we had true Xbox exclusives. We had great third-party content. Theme consoles, collector's edition consoles and all that type of stuff. Things, hardcore gamers that we love. We had all that stuff under Donnie D. Under Phil, not so much. So why should I, as a gamer, not as a Phil Spencer fan, as a gamer, why should I be excited about him being promoted to the vice president of gaming? Man, I ain't claiming to be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but goddamn, my damn sure ain't the dullest. This is your boy Next Gen 720. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Am I bugging out? Am I taking his words out of context? Don't shoot the messenger, I shout. Now, a lot of you guys have ate in humble pie and came back and apologized me behind my scene. I still may throw y'all asses up under the bus. You know what I mean? Because you guys gave me a hard time. You know what I mean? But I'm saying it's not even about that right now. But I told you so. See, I ain't gonna shout out to my man Dilla. Dilla hit you with. I told you guys in the RDX podcast 9 months ago that the specs. Like, I ain't gonna do you like that. Dilla be bugging with that shit, right? But I hate to be the former Xbox to say I told you so. That I told you so. I say if it quacked like a duck, it's a duck. If it balks like a dog, it's a dog, man. Stop with all this now. Wait till E3 2020. Like, bro, that shit is depressing, man. Like, you guys really remind me of battered wives out there. Like, literally, this. Like, my man Zim said, how many of you guys gonna keep kicking the can? You kicked the can from last E3 to XO18. They kicked the can from XO18 to E3 2019. Now you're kicking the can from E3 2019 to E3 2020. Like, this shit is bananas, man. But this is your boy Next Gen 720. Again, subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I want to converse with you guys. I'm going to be in the comment section heavy. Leave me a comment. You know what I mean? I'm getting to read my comments. Leave me heavy. Also, like I said, follow me on Twitter. All of my social media information, the Patreon, the Discord, the Twitter, the Twitch, all that stuff will be pinned down in the first comment below. I'm out of here. I'm bugging out. I'm bugging out. I'm bugging out. I'm bugging out. Yeah, I'm bugging out.